presenting the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon. These thrilling adventures come to you as they are pictured each Sunday in the Comic Weekly, the world's greatest pictorial supplement of humor and adventure. The Big Comic Weekly, each page printed in full colors, is distributed everywhere as an integral part of your Hearst Sunday newspaper. Last week, you may remember, Flash and Dale and Khan, captain of the Hawkmen, flew in a rocket ship to the yawning mouth of Kira, the wild and forbidding cave world. While they were escaping from a fierce band of lizard men who attacked them during a scouting expedition, they were seen by Tal, the chief magician of the Blue Magic Men. Tal hurried with the news to his beautiful queen, Azura, who, attracted by Flash's blonde hair and wonderful physique, decided to get acquainted with him. By means of magic sleep gas, Azura captured the three friends. Then she gave Flash lithium, the drug of forgetfulness, so that he could not remember who he was or what had happened. And then Azura caused Flash to fall in love with her. At first, Dale and Khan misunderstood Flash's failure to recognize them. Later, they realized it must be some of Azura's magic and attempted to poison her. But the plot failed when the Queen ordered Dale to serve Flash first. To save her sweetheart, Dale dropped the tray, spilling the poisoned food. And Azura, furious at the apparent clumsiness, ordered her punished. Now we continue the story. Back in the kingdom of the Hawkmen, King Voltan and Dr. Zarkov are talking together.
Prince Zarkov, the palace seems empty since that pretty little bird flew away with Flash Gordon.
Yes, Voltan, it does. I miss Flash and Dale also. But I suppose we shall never hear from them again.
Not until he has conquered his kingdom of the caves and put it in running order.
With Captain Khan to help him, that should not take long. He is an excellent soldier.
Yes, I should hate to lose him. How are your newest inventions coming along, by the way, Zarkov?
Splendidly, splendidly. I cannot thank you enough for the wonderful apparatus and laboratory you have turned over to me. It is an inventor's paradise. Yes, that's what it is, an inventor's paradise.
Well, what is the latest creation of your great brain?
It is I beg your pardon, Voltan, but I dare not speak of it until I have tested it thoroughly. There must be no mistake, no flaw, when I give it to the kingdom.
Oh, of course, of course. I like your passion for being precise, Zarkov.
Someone is trying to get you on the space phone.
Answer it, Zarkov.
At once, Voltan. This is Zarkov speaking. What? Where?
Who is it, Zarkov?
One of Khan's lieutenants. I can't hear you. You what? Hold on. King Flash and Dale and Khan are captured by Azura, queen of the Blue Magic Men. The lieutenant wants help.
Tell him aid shall be sent at once. Find out his exact position.
Voltan says he will send aid at once. What is your exact position?
Tell him you will be in charge of the men.
Yes? Yes? I have just been told I am to be in charge of the relief expedition. I shall start...
Within the hour.
Within the hour.
In the kitchens of the palace of Azura, queen of the Blue Magic Men, we find Dale and Khan.
Come on now, move along faster that.
Cheer up, Princess Dale.
Faster that.
I can't be cheerful the way things are, Captain Khan. If only Azura hadn't asked me to serve the food to Flash first.
Well, she did, so there's nothing to be done about it. It wasn't your fault, Princess. It was the fate of the gods.
I'm glad you feel that way about it, Khan.
We must figure out a way to foil her magical power.
Stop your whispering. Stir that soup.
At once, guard.
Carry that over here. Come on now. Hold on.
I don't see how I can help you to spoil the Queen. She's had me chained to the stoves as punishment. Now I can't even see Flash anymore.
Yes, you can, Princess.
How?
The chain on your manacles will permit you to walk to the end of the galley stove there. From that point, you can look out the grilled window into the garden. No doubt Flash will sometimes walk by.
With the Queen.
Yes, I'm afraid Azura will be with him. She seems to have claimed him as her own personal property.
Khan,
Yes, Princess?
you don't think that Flash has really fallen in love with her?
By my sword, I swear King Flash is bewitched. He doesn't know where he is or what he's doing. I know he wasn't pretending when he failed to recognize me.
What makes you so sure?
His eyes had a dull and glassy look.
Why, yes. I remember. I saw that, too. When he looked at me, it was as though he looked through me instead of at me.
If only I could reach my men. If there are any left. I don't know what happened after Azura broke that gas bomb in our faces.
Captain Khan,
Yes?
if you obey all the guards' orders, they may put you on parole or something. That may give you the freedom of the palace.
An excellent idea. Excellent. Thank you, Princess. Thank you. I will be the most obedient slave in the kitchen and see if that will earn me some privileges.
I will obey, too. Oh, Captain Khan, we must do something to save Flash from that wicked woman.
Do not worry, Princess. We will find a way somehow.
Here, you. Carry that kettle over to the table.
Certainly, guard. Let me take this one also.
Huh?
Meanwhile, roaring through space in a fleet of rocket ships with Prince Zarkov in command, an army of Hawkmen are hurrying on their way to aid our friends. Suddenly, there looms up in front of them a whole squadron of Cloudmen with huge, billowing cloaks. Joining hands in spreading the cloaks, the Cloudmen form an opaque and impenetrable wall before the rocket ships. The Hawkmen try to maneuver above them, but they rise at the same speed. Then the Hawkmen try to fly below them, but they drop like lightning and present their solid barrier. Wheeling the fleet around, Zarkov signals for the Desalvo guns mounted on the nose of each rocket ship to start firing. Shot after shot is fired at the white billows until the path of the Hawkmen has been cleared. Then Zarkov signals for double speed ahead to make up for lost time. At the same time, in the palace of Azura, Flash is entertained by the Queen.
That gold armor isn't worthy of you, my prince. I must see to it that my armor makes something more fitting.
My beautiful Azura, the armor is but a symbol of your service. Even if it were made of the most precious and rare metals to be obtained and studded with jewels, my loyalty to you and your cause could not be greater.
You do love me, don't you, Flash?
I know of no one in the past, present, or even the future for whom I have felt such a deep love, my gorgeous queen.
No one, my handsome prince?
No one. It is you and you alone I love.
It is sweet, very sweet to hear you speak those words. As long as you do and mean them, I will reward you well.
To be with you, to be allowed to serve and love you is all the reward I desire, my darling.
I shall have to think of some special privilege for that pretty speech.
Then let me kiss your hand.
Here, my prince.
Fair hand, so delicate, so shapely. Ah, how many men have lost their hearts and heads trying to gain you.
Flatterer.
I only speak from my own reactions, Azura. I know that I should be willing to risk everything to win you for myself.
We shall see. We shall see. Flash, I must give some orders to the servants. Go out into the garden and wait for me. I will join you presently.
Your slightest wish is a command, my beautiful one.
Flash! Flash!
Eh? Who's calling me?
It's Dale. Dale Arden.
Oh, there you are. I see you now. There in that grilled window. What are you doing there, girl?
I'm a prisoner here, Flash. Ever since I dropped that tray of food.
Oh, yes. I wondered where I'd seen you. You tripped, and Azura ordered you punished.
He has had me chained to the galley stove. My chain just reaches to this window. Are you all right, Flash?
Am I all right? Of course I am. Why shouldn't I be? Did you think Azura had punished me for something, too?
No. I just wanted to know how you are.
Well, that's very kind of you, girl. And since you have taken such an interest in my welfare, I'll take an interest in yours.
How can you?
You're too young and pretty to be made a prisoner in the kitchen. I'll ask Azura to free you.
Oh, no, you mustn't.
Mustn't? Who says so? I shall ask Azura at once.
Oh, no, Flash. You mustn't.
On and on roar the rocket ships of the Hawkmen into the yawning mouth of Kira, through the caverns of the cliff dwellers, through the caves of living, man-eating plants. And finally they come into the enormous transparent cave where the handfuls of survivors from Khan's squadron are waiting. The fleet lands and Prince Zarkov is the first to get out. The lieutenant who called for aid on the space phone comes up to him.
Well, what is the latest news, Lieutenant?
We were afraid something had happened to you, Prince Zarkov.
We were delayed in a skirmish with the Cloudmen. What is the latest report on the fate of my friends?
We don't know what happened to them. After the Blue Magic Men captured King Flash and Princess Dale and our captain, they blasted the tunnel leading to their land, killing most of our men.
Is there any chance that Flash and his companions are still alive?
Who knows? That is a land of magic.
I have brought a battery of ray cannons with us. We will blast our way to my friends.
Unaware of their impending danger, Azura and Tal confer in the palace of the Blue Magic Men.
You understand, Tal?
Oh, perfectly, Your Majesty.
There is nothing too good in my whole kingdom for my new prince.
His every wish shall be obeyed, O Queen. His slightest whim fulfilled.
I do not know what I shall do with his companions. They are a problem. I do not want them around, and yet I cannot execute them. If the lithium should wear off and Flash discovered what I had done...
Azura, where are you?
Flash. I told him I would only be a minute. The dear boy is so mad about me, he cannot bear to have me out of his sight.
Azura!
Open the door, Tall.
At once, O Queen.
Here I am, Flash.
Azura, will you do...
Oh, I beg your pardon. I didn't know you were still busy.
Tal, come quickly.
I am summoned, Your Majesty. Have I your permission?
Yes, Tall. Go.
Your Majesty.
Well, Flash, were you lonely without me? Is that why you came calling for me?
Azura, you're good and kind.
This sounds like a man who has a favor to ask.
I have, my queen.
Ask it. It shall be granted.
Thank you, Azura. I knew you were kind and good. She will be so grateful.
She? Who?
The girl who tripped while serving us food the other night.
Dale. Was the favor you asked for her?
Yes. She called to me from a window of the kitchens and told me she was chained to the galley stove.
Well?
I promised to ask you to free her, and you have.
Wait. I thought the favor was for yourself, Flash, not one of my prisoners.
Well, there's nothing I need for myself, Azura, and the girl is too young and too pretty to deserve such a fate. I thought you just and kind. Do not cause me to change my mind.
You make it hard for me, Flash. I've never freed a prisoner in my life.
Your Majesty.
What does this unceremonious entrance mean, Tall? I did not send for you.
I humbly crave your pardon, Your Majesty, but I have news of the most extreme urgency.
Speak, then.
Our land is being invaded by the Hawkmen.
Hawkmen? We must go forth to war. The army must be called out. I will press the signal.
And who is to lead your men into battle, O Queen?
Of course. I must appoint someone to head the army. Will you lead our men into battle, Flash?
Your Majesty.
Serving as your commander-in-chief would be a pleasure, my queen.
Her Majesty puts this stranger over me. Let her beware.
What will happen when Flash leads Queen Azura's magic men against the gallant Hawkmen? Follow the adventures of Flash Gordon in next Sunday's Comic Weekly, the world's greatest collection of humor and adventure. You will find it with your Hearst Sunday newspaper. See for yourself in full-colored pictures Flash Gordon, Queen Azura, Tal, or Chief Magician, and all the other characters you have just heard. Then, of course, you'll want to see Skippy, the Katzenjammer Kids, Jungle Jim, Bringing Up Father, and the Little King. You will find them waiting for you in next Sunday's Comic Weekly, the only Comic Weekly. Be sure and get the big, full-colored Comic Weekly with your Hearst newspaper next Sunday. And don't forget to listen again next week at the same time to another chapter in the amazing interplanetary adventures of Flash Gordon.